Good morning, and welcome to another Wesley Wednesday with Pastor Dave. Like many of you, Linda and I have watched the Services of Remembrance for Queen Elizabeth II. I especially like the service from St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh, Scotland. We were surprised and thrilled to hear an anthem composed by the grandson of Charles Wesley. When the royal party enters, the congregation stands and the choir sings the introit. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Music by Sebastian Wesley, born in 1810 and lived to 1876. Now, as it turns out, this was not the first time this anthem had been used in a service for the Queen. The coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in the Abbey Church of St. Peter, Westminster, on Tuesday, the 2nd day of June, 1953. During the service, the choir sings several anthems, one of which was, Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Music by Sebastian Wesley. This popular anthem was composed around 1850 and is one of Wesley's better-known works. So who is this Sebastian Wesley? Well, he was born in London, the eldest child in the composer Samuel Wesley's second marriage. Sebastian was the grandson of Charles Wesley. His middle name is derived from his father's lifelong admiration for the music of Bach. His grandmother, then, is Sarah Gwynne Wesley, Charles's wife, and she was from an aristocratic family and accustomed to the finer things in life, education, music, arts, and associations with the rich and famous. She was known also for her musical ability, including playing the harpsichord and her singing voice, which she still used to entertain in her old age. Sarah once performed musically for King George III. Surviving children were Charles Jr., Sally, and Samuel. Both Samuel and Charles Jr. were musical child prodigies and, like their father, became organists and composers. Charles Jr. spent most of his career as the personal organist for the royal family, and Samuel became one of the most accomplished musicians in the world and is often called the English Mozart. Samuel Wesley's son, Sebastian Wesley, was one of the foremost British composers of the 19th century. After singing in the choir of the Chapel Royal as a boy, Sebastian embarked on a career as a musician and was appointed organist at Hereford Cathedral in 1832, and in 1839 he received both his Bachelor of Music degree and a Doctorate of Music degree from Oxford, and he became Professor of Organ at the Royal Academy of Music in 1850. Famous in his lifetime as one of the country's leading organists and choirmasters, he composed almost exclusively for the Church of England, which continues to cherish his memory. His better-known anthems include Thou Wilt Keep Him in Perfect Peace and Wash Me Thoroughly. These, as well as others of his work, continue to be performed and can be found online. Most of the verses come directly from Scripture. Sebastian provides the musical arrangement. So hear these words from this anthem. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. The darkness is no darkness with thee, but the night is as clear as the day. The darkness and the light are to thee both alike. God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. O let my soul live, and it shall praise thee. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forevermore. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day, and I'll be back next Wednesday.